Today we'll start with some mobility first, some mobility from the head, and slowly we'll go down. So to start with the head, you're going to push both your arms on either sides against the floor, and you're going to turn your head, hold there maybe for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and come back slowly, and on the other side, 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3, 3, and slowly come back, and 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay? So the next, we're going to go to the shoulder. So you're going to push both your hand on both the walls on either side, and push on either side really hard, and hold there for 10 seconds. And come back. So you can repeat that 2 or 3 times. I will do one more time again. So you put your arms on either side and push the palm on either side, so you should feel it on the shoulder and on the shoulder blades. Yeah? So push and hold there. And come back. And you're going to go back to the same position, and then you're going to twist your trunk as further as possible and keep pushing on the either sides. Again, you're going to go stay there 10 seconds on one side. And come back and twist the other side. And come back. So of course this you can also do it 2 or 3 times, whatever works for you. So the next movement, next mobility is for the back chain of muscles. So you push the wall, the ceiling as high as possible, and you're going to bend your knee slightly and push the arms right in front of you while pushing your buttocks on the opposite side, further behind. And so you should feel it on the lower back and hold it. Again, 10 seconds. And come back. Okay, you can repeat that 2 or 3 times. And again, next you go for the hip joint. For the hip joint, you're going to stand here like that, pushing again your buttocks as high as possible, keeping your back straight, and now try to go slowly, reach the floor without arching your back. Yeah? So keep your back flat and push. And come back. And next, we're going to go to the hip and the back chain on the lower leg. So you put one leg across, and again, take both your arms closer and go slowly. Try to go reach. This time you can make an arch on your lower back and try to go reach the floor, because now you want to stretch this back muscles over here. No? So you go try to reach and hold there for 10 seconds. And come back, and you're going to do the same on the other side also. And come back. Okay, so one last for the back again, for the hip and the back. So this time you're going to bend your knee and go slowly, grab your toes really tight, and now keep pushing your buttocks out, push both your knees towards the back, towards the wall, and try to make your legs straight, and push and hold there for 10 seconds. And you come back. So every exercise you can do 2 or 3 times, you can repeat it. Yeah? And you go slowly down, okay, and you keep your back straight, so your head, shoulder, and buttocks always in one line, and you're going to take only your hip forward, so extending the inner muscle, the adductors, and hold there. And come back. And we go to the next workout already. So the next one, you again push your hip forward and take the same side arm, and you're going to open up and hold there. And come back And we can do the same on the other side. You push first, hold there for 10 seconds. 10, go back, and again, further in the front, take one arm forward, and you're going to open your chest and your hip at the same time. So you're opening the chest and also the hip joint over here. And come back. And we're going to change one more time the same legs. And this time you place your leg across here, 90 degrees if possible, straight, both your arms straight. And you're going to push the other leg as further as possible. You're going to stay in this position for 10 seconds. And then bring your elbow down. Again, hold there for 10 seconds. And then take your forehead to the floor, relax. And come back. And we're going to do the same and switch the other leg, other side. So 90, put both your arms forward, push the other leg back as further as possible. First you're going to hold 10 seconds. And bring your elbows down. And the forehead down. Next part is going to be functional exercises. This exercise focuses on three main elements. Yeah, one is your core, and second is the hip joint, and third is the shoulder joint. Yeah? And with some basic characters like stability, mobility, and some strength with that. Okay? So with that, we're going to first start with an activation. So what the activation does is the activation of your core and your shoulder and the hip joint will help you to reduce the compensation of your workouts. Yeah. So first we're going to start with an activation on the core. So you're lying down like this. You're going to bring tension to your stomach. So it's the same tension. If you put one hand in your stomach and if you cough, you'll feel a tension. So you want exactly the same tension. And with this tension, you're going to pull your belly button inside towards your lower back and hold there for 10 seconds. 10, and you take a break. So that is core activation. And now we're going to move to the gluteus buttocks activation. So to go to a buttock activation, first we're going to start with the core activation. So bring the same activation to your core, and you're going to raise both your toes up and squeeze your buttocks together really tight, keeping your knees open, and hold there. 10, and you take a break. And we go back to the same activation in the core and buttocks. So you bring tension to your stomach and squeeze your buttocks together. And with this activation, you're going to go into an extension position, keeping your knees open so you feel that you're engaging your glutes, and at the same time, you're pulling your stomach inside. And hold there. We'll try to hold for 30 seconds. Twenty, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you take a break. Okay, we're going to go back to the same activation, your core and gluteus, and you bring your hip up, and this time, keeping your knees open, you're going to come back slowly down, bringing your hips slowly down with the activation. This time, I'm not rolling my back, I'm keeping my back attached. So stable and contracted, and you're going to bring your hip up, squeezing your buttocks, and you're going to slowly dip back to the lowest point without touching the floor. And we'll do 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You take a break. The next one, you extend one leg out. You're going to start with the same activation in your core. So bring attention to your stomach and pull your belly button inside. And you're going to raise one leg, pushing the ceiling with your heels as high as possible. Keep your leg as straight as possible. Again, when you bring your leg, don't bring your hip down. Your hip stays on the floor. And you go back slowly to the lowest point. Keeping this tension and come back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're going to switch the same workout on the other side. Same exercise on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. And it's also important to take a break in between. Between every workout, you're going to take about 10 to 15 seconds of break. And the next one, again, bringing the same activation in your stomach and pulling your navel inside. You're going to raise both your feet, keeping it 90 degrees if possible, and you're going to hold there for 1 minute. Okay, when 1 minute is finished, you can go take a break. So just cut it. And next, you're going to go back to the same position, the same activation in your core, and you're going to slowly bring one leg, keeping the other leg in the same position, and come back, and then switch. And when you're going to touch the floor, don't rest or don't support on the floor. You're going to come back because you want to keep this activation the entire time. So let's do maybe 10 times. And 10. You can take a break. And the next one, the same position, the next exercise. Again, the same activation in your core. And you're going to extend one leg out and pull the other knee as close as possible and holding the activation. So you're going to hold there for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 10. Okay, so now we work the front line, your hip joint, your core and the hip joint and the front line, and we're going to include your shoulder joint on the next workout and the back line too. So you're going to turn around on your stomach. Okay, and you put your feet firmly on the floor, pull your stomach inside, squeeze your buttocks, and both your arms extended forward, and you hold there for maybe 20 seconds to start with. And you take a break. And again, the same position, and this time you're going to only lift one arm and also the opposite leg. 10 seconds. And take a break. And switch. and take a break. Okay, the same activation in your stomach and buttocks, and the shoulders are active when you lift both your arm out, and keeping in the same position, you're going to pull both your elbows down, hold there for 3 seconds, and go back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay, so the next, you come back on your 4 feet up like this, both your feet firmly on the floor. Your knees, open your knees also a tiny bit, so as wide as your shoulder. Bring both your elbows inside, so keeping your back straight. And now you're going to dip your entire body within your shoulder blades. Hold there. 1, 2, 3, and the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay, and you take a break. Okay, and go back to the same position with the same activation on your shoulder, and this time bring both your elbows inside, both your feet firmly on the floor, and you're going to lift both your knees slightly away from the floor. So both your knees are not touching the floor. So you lift and hold there for 30 seconds. And take a break. And to conclude, so all 3 main motors, so your core, hip joint, and the shoulder joint, we're going to do a plank. So you put your elbow down, open your hand out like this, and you're going to hold straight, your body, upper body straight. You can keep your hip slightly up if you have problem on your back, and hold there for maybe 30 seconds to start with. And 30. So that's pretty much for all 3 main motors. So we did some mobility, some stability workout, and some strength workout. Thanks for visiting Buchinger Wilhelmi YouTube channel, and I hope you're gonna keep yourself fit with this workout, and see you again at Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic. And on the next video, we'll try to make it on a harder version of the same workout. Thank you.